Hi, how are you?
We're
I'm
fine. How
very
about
sick.
you?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can't go. I'm very sick.
she's
Okay,
sick.
Nahid. She's sick.
Okay,
So
okay.
just stay with us as much
But
as you
I,
can.
yes,
Okay, listen to
but I
our.
listening this web.
Okay, you
I
just.
listening this web and
Yes.
I attend this group. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Nahid will be off the screen, but she will keep listening to us, to our discussions here. So welcome everyone for the second day of the second week of this semester, this webinar. And our topic for today, the change management. It's a lovely and really important topic we will discuss today. And I say discuss because I want to make a change. I'm not gonna deliver the topic or the PowerPoint as I always do. So it will be more engaging. You will contribute more today, and I want to hear from your side. Okay? So we will start with City, the introduction of this topic, and then we will continue all of us together. Okay? So let me share. Okay, yeah. Let me share my screen. Okay.
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 Go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you, Saha. And
Welcome.
thank you also to the Ipuria for this webinar, which is she's very energetic today. I can see her and everybody, all the ladies here. We are Soha, Ipuria, Soha, and me. We are very happy with this webinars participants actually, but only as Soha say, it's about time, which is it's not really on time because some they are late, but we will move on. Okay, so now our topic is a very interesting topic. All of topic is very interesting, but this more interesting if you are engaged with the webinar, with the screen, with the topic that we've been discussing. So it's change management. As we know, it's about change. Okay, it's only management, but everything it's about change. Okay. Now, this is our webinar content today. As Soha says that you will contribute more on our today's topic, on today's our agenda today. You will contribute more, but we can see the faces here is ready to contribute actually. Okay, so the webinar content is behaviors and the psychology of change. I will read first, and I will give the just in a bullet point later on because there will be more explanation later. Behaviors and the psychology of change in order to take people with you. How to successfully challenge and question and know how to achieve this. The fear of failure, the positivity of change, recognize barriers and how they can overcome. Framework of change. Okay, the behaviors of psychology of change in order to take people with us, we must understand the behaviors of others before we can bring them with us. So there can be many reasons why people or individual resist change. They're rejecting change. There are many reasons. Maybe one of the reason they are already in their comfort zone, so they refuse change. They're scared of change. They feel that their role maybe at risk, so they refuse change. Maybe they afraid, they scared that you will take their role, you will take their positions, so they refuse change. We have a live example. I will talk about it later. So they're also afraid of learning new things. This is common. It's everywhere. They already in their comfort zone, so they refuse to learn a new things that it's not uh, similar with them. Okay, there's also many reasons why people rejecting change. Okay, in our life, people will see our appearance as a challenge for them, so they're afraid of change in any way. Okay, then we link to our own behaviors and use our emotional intelligence that Soha already talked about it. So I think for me it's so clear. She already give so many examples. She already give so many way to make you understand what the emotional intelligence is. Okay, even though we already been in this webinar or maybe on site, she talked about it many times. I'm still interested to listen to her. See, that's why I willing to work with her so many times, because I can hear something new, or maybe because in our webinar, in our seminar, we only given a topic, but the content is from our brand. We will think about that. We think ourselves which of the content that we can deliver to easy for you to adapt and adopt. Okay, so how we use questing techniques and not to confront people. As you see yesterday, the lady with the blonde hair during the interview, how she get in the interview room and how the interviewer react on her. So she challenged the emotional intelligence of the interviewer, which is she's not confronting her. She tried to make her comfortable, even though she's not listening, because we know how her behavior when she entered the room with that look, with the brand that she bring for the general manager positions. So in that situation, you can compare between confrontation and techniques on how to approach people. And also choose carefully which areas we challenge, as we don't want it to be seen to challenge everything. I have the live scenario, live example. Yati, she is in the role of General Secretary General now. It's different, General Secretary and Secretary General, which is Secretary General is more huge, more big task than General Secretary. So Yati choose to silent, to face the challenge, which is, I know that many people refuse change because they know Yati will change something. And as I said earlier, they feel that Yati's appearance will challenge their role, make their role at risk. Because in our life, there's so many coins. And Soha and I, we have nephew. But Yati, she have a lot of coins surrounded her. Okay? So we must overcome the fear of failure. If we want to achieve our goals, it's not we will get it at all time. We will fail sometimes, but it's normal. You don't have to do something, then you will assume that you will get it at one time. No. Everybody will feel how the failure is. And maybe one of two of us will get luck. We are lucky that one time try we already get, but some we have to do it again and again until we reach the target. So we can use the experience of failure as a feedback for us to face the next challenge. And then we used to see people take a change in a negative perceptions. They would not take that a positive side, because in our mind that we want to bring change to people as I just take Yati as example. Yati intends is to change the organization, which is she is lead the organization now. But people think that is negative. Otherwise, Yati wants to bring a positive one because she have something to do with the, maybe she can bring a new project, a new new environment of leadership skills. And also when she learns from here, maybe she have something to do with the, but people around her, as I said, they are coins. So in front of her, they seems like they like her to be there. But in the other hands, they are different. Coins with front and back were different picture. So be careful on that. Okay. Of course, there will barriers to change from individual, organization, department. Barriers is everywhere. Even in life, we have our own barriers. As if I still remember Huma talk about the barriers in life because she's in hijab, so people won't accept her sometimes. Okay, that is our barrier in life is different. People with different barriers, which is it is common to see everywhere, especially we are women, so people will rejecting us when we do change. Okay, so look how we can address the issue on change as our life situation, create a framework, and it's more realistic and achievable. We have to do a change, but it's achievable and realistic. Don't say that we are women, okay, I want to go to the moon. No, that is not realistic. But maybe now it's okay. But for me, I'm not going to the moon. Okay, because there's many places for us to be to go. Maybe I can go to Beirut rather than to the moon. Okay, so it's realistic. If you want to make a change, you have to be realistic on what you want to achieve. And also you have a tools for the change that you want to do. It's not you just talk about it, but you don't have an action. It's like NATO. Talk only, no action, talk only. That is what we call it, NATO in my organization. They just talk, but they do nothing. They just take the position, but they do nothing. As happened now in my organization, but it's okay. Maybe someone will do the change and can accept it. Okay, so I think this is, we will cover this later on, more details with our Soha explanations, and also she will have more live example for you to be more understand on how we have to change. Okay, next. Now, this is the webinar outcomes. Recognize how you react to change. Recognize the barriers to change and demonstrate how you would overcome the resistance. Identify an area for change in your World Athletics or National Association and apply the framework for change. So we will cover this later as we move forward with more interesting discussion, more interesting group discussion later. Okay, thank you. Back to you, Soha. Unmute, sorry, you still mute.
Okay, thank you, Siti. I think we will move a little bit fast in the few first slides. So if we talk about the people who will lead the change, okay, don't forget about the word lead, because we are here for a gender leadership program, okay? So it's your work, your task now to lead the change in your places, in your organization, in your federation, wherever you go. So what leaders are really do? They don't make plans. They don't solve problems. They don't even organize people. What leaders really do is prepare organizations for change. Why? Because change needs, it's like a puzzle, okay? So it needs more than one or two puzzles, okay? You have to fix the whole figure here, Okay, the image, you have to fix it all. So if you take care about one things, that means, and you neglected the others, that means you're not gonna success. If you take this one and leave that one, that means you're not going to change. So you have to prepare the floor for the change. Okay, so you have to work on everything at the same time, maybe, to achieve the goals you are wishing to have. So it's not about just the time being we are here. You have to prepare for the change in the future too. Chunk by chunk, you will get what you want. So it's now, it's already, you build on the past because you have to know what was good to keep and what's wrong to change. You have to prepare yourself now, and you have to plan for the future. So this is what you have as a leader to do to prepare the organization for change. And not changing is something, a lack of duty that you are not fulfilling. When you have the chance to change, you have to lead it. You have to do it. Because what we have now is sufficient for now, but it will not be sufficient for the future. And we know that everything around us is changing. So if you are stuck here where you are, that means you are not developing yourself and the organization. That means in one day it will be left behind, or you will be left behind. So the change is a must to continue. If we see, I would like to hear from you. Just look at this photos in front of you and just do the comparison. What's different from 1948 London to 1972 Munich to 2000 Sydney and 2016 in Brazil? I would like to hear from you now. Look at the screen and tell me.
Change the track and well,
Okay, the track was a little bit like sand, maybe. And now we have the tartan. Okay? And in Sydney, it's shown. In London, it was like pressed the sand, and now the track is red or blue, whatever. It's a tartan, we call it. Okay, this is one change.
The race number, the big number.
just see.
The bib numbers. Okay, it was so big, now it's smaller. And then we start having what on the bib numbers?
Wearing the
name of
jersey.
country.
Jersey
What?
as well.
The bib numbers, it has what now?
The country's name.
Brand.
Logos. We will say we have logos. So immediately when you look in the bib, you refer it to what championship it was. Okay, and sometimes you have the logos for marketing. Okay, what else? Let's go.
From black and white to colored.
White and black. It was just recorded in white and black. Now we have the
Yes, now it is
multicolored. Okay.
advanced technology.
Use of technology, excellent. Okay, so you can see that even it's not shown here, we have the technology of the cameras that move with the players, the athletes, and we have the technology of quality in the outfit, the uniforms. And you still remember in Sydney was the first woman who wear the like burkini, I don't know what we call it, and it was just tested to minimize the fraction with the air. So technology comes in the uniforms too. So what else regarding the body? Look at Usain Bolt.
I think the both the participation of male and female.
Okay, yes, because in the early beginnings there were no
Yes,
women
we can't see
competing
a
in the
women.
Olympics.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. What
I feel the question. At
Yes,
Sydney Olympic, compete in there. At the time, they have a very rainy seasons, so that's why they're wearing the suit. The uniform is changes. That is from Australia ladies. The rain at the day, the very raining, heavy rain. So that's why he changed the heats and finals a different uniform.
but I will do my research again. I think it's more it was a testing for the uniform that will minimize the resistance of air when it fraction on the skin. This is what I knew, but I will see if it was for the rain or it's the fraction of the air, so resistance against the air. So we will go back to you tomorrow. I will do the search, don't worry. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, so regarding the body shape,
Yati,
what do
maybe.
you think? In London, the figure in London, it's a race, it's a sprint race. I think it's a 100 or 200 maximum. Okay, and Usain Bolt, you know that he's 100-meter race. So what's the difference?
Muscle.
Yes, the
Yeah.
muscles.
More
Okay,
strength.
so now the
Bodybuilding.
body type is changing. We depend more on the muscles, on the power. There were a little bit less bulky and more thinner, I think. So do you look at the figure in the upright corner and see the way they didn't shave their hair? It's all different. Okay, so if you bring one of them to our era now, okay, it would be logic, it would fit, or it's something strange. If you see someone like them now, okay, on track, if you see someone like the one 688 with bib number 688, if you find him now at the track, it would fit.
I think the selection criteria is bit different now. Selection
Okay.
criteria for the players. Yeah, they will select those who has the strong body. Because when
Yes.
we do gym, we have the temperament to face many things.
Yes, for sure. For sure. And this is shown in their body. Yeah. But look at the 688, the guy, as a man, not as an athlete, and bring him to our era now. Does he fit with his
No.
beard hair, his outfit, the way he looks? He was very handsome in at that time, but now he doesn't fit. That means that every time has its own shape and body and thinking and everything. So you have to know that everything will change. It's not about resistance of change. It's a must. If you don't change, you won't fit. I will give you a simple example. Okay? My mom was a teacher. Because she didn't adapt and she didn't believe in change. She only believed in herself. She didn't learn how to use a laptop. Okay? So now she can't compete anyone less educated than her, but more skilled than her. So she knows, she has the knowledge, but she didn't change and adapt the computer things and the skills. So one of the fresh graduate will not have her knowledge, but since they will have this advantage on her, knowing the skills of communication through Zoom meetings and Teams, Microsoft Teams, and how to use the laptop, how to print papers, how to prepare the Excel, the PowerPoints. So this person, even that it's less knowledgeable, with more skills, depending on the change they had, they will be more effective than my mother who was stuck in the past. So if you don't plan for the change, okay, you will be attached with the roots in your place. You're not walk in the future. So you will be left behind. So as leaders, okay, as you leaders, if you think that I did it, so you were stuck there, you have to think about what I should do for the future, how to plan and how to change and how to lead for the future, because something will change and you have to be prepared for this change. How you prepare? You prepare first yourself, you know, going back to emotional intelligence, self-awareness, you know what skills, what knowledge, what network you have to build, okay? You have to develop yourself, and then you will figure out how to change the people around you. What do they need to follow you at this change? What the organization needs in the future. If you don't plan, maybe if you don't plan to update the equipment in the federation, you can't host in the future maybe international championships, because you need the new equipment. So you have to plan for this change. Okay, you will have a lot of resistance in your projects, but you have to think about it. So the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. We already saw this before. And we know that if you want different results, you have to change the way you act. Simple as that. You can't cook rice every day and expect to have meat at your lunch. If you want meat at your lunch, you have to cook meat. It's like this. So if I do the things the same way and I fail, that means every time I do it like this, I will fail. Emotional intelligence, again. If in meetings, I keep shouting on people, okay, and people leave the organization, you won't expect these people to stay. So you have to change your behavior to keep these people around you and take them with you. Okay? Simple as that. Everything around us is changing. This is a fact. So you can't resist the change. And since you are leader, you have to prepare for it. If you resist, as I said, you will be stuck behind. Most people fundamentally don't like change. Why they don't like change? If I tell you now, take your laptop and change your place, it will be not comfortable for you because you are set here. It's your comfort zone now. You are used to. In our seminars, I usually change the place of the participants each day. So they don't get used to the group they are in. They are not used to the angle where they sit and look at me. And every day they enter the class, they will see their name in another place, because I don't want you, ladies, to be stuck in your comfort zone. The same we did with you in the groups. The first day you were in groups, okay, so you work together. The second day we change it. This is how we lead the change, to let you out of your comfort zone. If you want to excel, you have to take yourself out of your comfort zone, because comfort zone will not bring anything new to the table here, okay? If you want to do something new, go out of this comfort zone. Challenge yourself first. Before challenging other, challenge yourself. Say, I want to change, so I have to work on it. As an example, like when we say, I want to do a diet, I want to lose 10 kilograms, okay? If I stay in my comfort zone, I take my breakfast, I take my lunch, I take my dinner, and I have a lot of snacks of chips and chocolate and I don't know, ice cream. Okay, so I'm still in my comfort zone. When I'm relaxed, I'm eating, I'm doing nothing. Okay, I won't do the change I want. Okay, so to change, I have to plan. I have to go to the gym, do 1 hour of exercises every day. I have to walk. I have to change the way I feed myself. I will take healthy food. So this is how you do the change. It's not about willing the thing. It's about how you deal with the thing, how you prepare the change. Okay, so get out of your comfort zone and prepare for the change. I will tell you one story. How did I change my life? We were in ADC Cairo, okay, in Egypt. There's an ADC for World Athletics for the Arab nation. We were in a gender not leadership, gender equity seminar, and the moderator there just say one word, that people comes to ADC webinars or seminars like they are coming for tourism. They only come to see the place, visit Cairo, go to the pyramids, and go back to their countries and do nothing. I felt that this man was attacking me, because I already been there, and when I went back home, I really didn't do anything. I was stuck in my comfort zone. Okay, so my comfort zone is going to work, going back home, having lunch, sitting on face of the television, seeing my Turkish series, and doing nothing. So when he said these words, and he said that people are coming here for tourism, and I was offended with his words, I took the decision that I should not be meant with these words anymore. So I believe that I have to change. I went back home and I prepared the project of implementing kids athletics in the sports, in the school sports championship. So I prepared the project, I put the plan, I show it to my superiors, and took the acceptance. I wrote to World Athletics to send me the kits for the kids athletics. And since then, it was in 2014, I think. Since then, it's now yearly championship all around Lebanon. It's not in one place or one day. We do regional championship, and then we do the finals on the level of the whole country. So it took me one second to take a decision, and to plan and to prepare for the change. Meanwhile, if I was stuck there in my comfort zone, I wouldn't do anything. And this step I did, lead me to what I am now. Because people saw that I led the change, I implemented something new, and I was a person who fulfilled the task she pretend to have. So they hire me at the no, they sent me first for lecturing course. I became a World Athletics lecturer for coaching, and then they sent me to be a moderator for gender leadership. And then when it was good with World Athletics, now I'm in the Olympic Council of Asia as a member of the committee for gender equity. So one step will lead you to success. So you have to prepare the change for yourself first. You change yourself first. You take out yourself from the comfort zone and work further to achieve more. Simple. If you don't take actions, nothing will change and you will stay in your place. Okay? Okay. So it's your time now. You have to discuss how do we react to change. Okay? How do people react to change? If I come and I say, we have something new and I want you to change this and that, how do you think you will react to this? So you will be in Zoom groups for 8 minutes. You will discuss this. As usual, one of you will represent the group. So she will take notes and she will share it with us when you go back to the main session. Okay?
Okay, so how we have 4 groups of 2
Okay.
participants and one of 3 participants. Is that okay?
I would
Or
like to
groups of
have
two?
I would like to have maybe more. Three,
Because we have
three.
9 only.
Okay, 3 groups of 3.
Okay, okay then.
Okay. Where's the rest of them?
No, they haven't done it. They haven't came to the class. Tadi nanti aku pindahin aja. Tadi.
It gives me how many minutes?
8 minutes, Adi.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
hello. You missed the blonde woman yesterday?
Yeah,
The one he likes.
it's very nice yesterday.
Oke. Aku mau pindahin.
So how many
Wait.
how many participants you have today? 1, 2, we have 9, right?
Yes, we have 9. Thank you, Mas Adi.
You're welcome, Ibu Ria.
Man behind the seat, we only can hear his voice. So there's no information from Timor-Leste, both of them.
No. None of the, only Marlia. Marlia said that she could not make it. She could not come. But only Maria, but no from Rena. No news from Rena.
Oh.
We're back? Everybody's here? Okay, so we will see the pathway of the change. Now, what do you think, ladies? What did you discuss in the groups? How do you think people will react to change? Group number 1, who's gonna represent? No, keep him. Keep group number 1. Group number 2.
Okay, hi. So I'll
Okay,
be
Joanne. Hello, Joanne.
yes, hello. I'm gonna be
Miss
representing
your voice. Miss your voice.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So all three of us, Layla, Cherry, and I, all of us like said that we initially react negatively to change. So it could be a mix of kind of like maybe fear and anxiety and like uncomfortability because it's something new, it's something unknown. But we have different styles. So me and Layla, we usually try to research first and kind of like convince ourselves, okay, this is a good thing and we believe in it, and then we push forward with it. So I think that's very important that I'll explain more of that later on. Cherry is more of she wants to hear from other people. Like she wants to hear from respected people to tell her, okay, Cherry, this is kind of like a truth bomb, like a hard truth session from like people you respect and that kind of thing. So, and I think all three of us, we were like in cohesion in the sense that we want, if it's a change that it's for the better and we believe it's for the better, we're all for it. Sorry.
Yeah, time out. So I will take the keywords, okay, and list it. Okay. The first thing you will do the research.
Yes.
Research. So you're changing or you're building your mindset.
Yes.
Regarding the change. Okay. And then you will ask an expert
yes.
to convince. Okay? You need to convince. Right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there, and then what I listed. So respected person, and then we accept the changes, especially if you're in a position that you're not thinking about yourself only, but you're thinking for the entire team, because that's a different dynamic already. It's not going to be just about you and what you're comfortable with, but what the entire group is going to be benefiting from as a whole.
Okay.
So
the third word will be accept.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then the last word, I guess, that you might be writing down, it takes humility. So what we figured out is that it takes humility to actually accept the change. So you need to be humble to accept that, okay, whatever we have right now, it's not working and we have to do something about it. So yeah.
Okay. So the pathway that Joanne and group number 2 built is completely positive. Okay? Because they believed that this change is a must and they go through positively. Now we will move to group number 1 and see the different pathway. Go ahead, Yati.
Okay. From our discussion just now, like we have this one scenario that we want to have a change of. The example is we have a national champ, yearly national champ at a place that have been hosting the national champ. Example in the center of the city. So we would like to have a change that we want to bring it to another place. Okay. So the reaction that we discuss from the others will be like, first they'll be rejecting because they don't feel that it is needed, and all along 30 years we have been doing here, so no point. So and then the next thing is they will come with all the reasons to not to support. So what we felt is before no, three things. One, they reject, and then they will influence their friends to reject with all the negativity. And number three is if you push harder, your position will be in threat. Okay. So we felt that strategically it will be very good if we bring the change in a way that we present the objective, why, what's the reason, with all the perspective, the impact of changes, the benefit of the changes. We educate them and present to the board and get them to the same page where we are, so that we can influence them to a decision to accept what the changes that we would like to bring, and then they might consider the right things to do. Without the consideration will be purely from them, not like following this instruction. They themselves will willingly want to. Okay.
Okay, Yati.
Mm.
This will lead us to see, is our change really matter? This is first. Is the project we are implementing is really good, well prepared, well organized? And who will be with us? So including people with you and giving everyone his task will make it easier for you to bring them, okay, to accept the change. If I say, okay, we are going to visit my grandma, but you, Joanne, you, Yati, and you, Mailiana, you'll not be there. Okay, so for sure you will resist our visit. Okay, you see. But if I say Joanne, Yati, Maliana, all of you will come together with us. Okay, so everybody is included, so it's easier for me to do the visit. You see, it's when you bring people around you with you, that means you are giving them the space to excel with you. If you want to excel, they will excel too. This is how you can manage the rejection toward the change. We will explain this more after we hear from group number 3. Who's gonna present group number 3? I have a feeling that Huma.
No,
Yes.
I just want to ask that, is there any group 4 or group 3 and 4 are merged?
I think group 3 and 4 were merged, right?
Okay. Okay, then
Only
I will
have
bring.
That's
3.
correct.
Okay.
Mario, Jenny, would you want to explain? Should I?
It's fine. I have I take down notes the things that we talk about in the group a while ago. So I'll be the one to present it, Huma.
It's okay. Who wants?
Okay.
You didn't decide before?
Okay.
Okay, go.
So Huma and Nahid, we are in the group number 3, and we talk about the change, and we ended up having this about change. It depends upon the situation. So change for us, it depends upon the situation. So as Joanne said a while ago, change will lead you to fear, into doubtness, whether you want to take it or not.
Fear
I just
and
want to give
doubtness.
example. Yes,
Okay, fear
I
and
just
doubtness.
want
Good words.
I just want to give example. For example, you are in a promotion wherein you need to here in the Philippines, when if you are a teacher and you've got a promotion, you need to change a school. You need to change your environment. So it depends upon you whether you want to accept this promotion or not, if you want change or not. Why? Because if you want to accept this promotion, of course the salary will get higher. You had a better position in that school, but on the other hand, you have a fear, you have a doubt on yourself, because you need to change your environment, and you need to go back to zero, friending with another people, knowing other people, knowing teachers in that school. But then change is a challenge, because if it's for your own progress, if it's for your betterment, and as City told us, if the change is realistic and you have the tools, and you have the tools to do it, then go for it. And of course, whether it is bounded by different situation, change could be for a betterment. Thank you.
Great. So as we saw the positive and the negative path. We will find more about it. Now, tell me that you can see my screen. Could you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we have another scenario for the change, how we react to. First, we will be shocked and sad. Then in denial, we deny the need, maybe we deny the acceptance, we deny everything. And then we resist to change. After resisting, we have this we are depressed because we are not included, maybe. Maybe we don't find ourselves in this change. So we have this depression. After the depression, we get angry. And then when you understand the meaning of the change and the need for this change, you will be a little bit relieved. And then when you accept the change, you may be energized because you are included in this change, and it will be positive, excited, and you will achieve with the group. So it's one of the passes. You see that you were here and you drop down and then you go back to the high level. So it's not easy to move around with your people, if they are not included and they don't accept the change. So if you want to succeed, you have to know that people will go through this pathway. So you have to be patient. You want to wait for them to understand and the process, the need for this change, and bring them with you. Know and use your emotional intelligence. Know their emotions. It's not about you, it's about them. You have to know why they are resisting. Maybe because they don't have the skills. As I told you, if mom wanted to if the school were asking her to deliver the what do we call the lesson remotely through webinars, for sure she would resist. Why? Because she doesn't know how to use the laptop, how to turn on the laptop even. So she will be resisting the change, not because she doesn't know about it, because she knows that she is not skilled enough to follow this change. So we will see this, how emotional curve, to be conscious and competence. First thing in the change, you will be unconsciously unskilled because it's something new and you don't know anything about it. So unconsciously, you know that you are unskilled of this. Then, when you know the tasks you have to fulfill, you know now consciously, you know that you are unskilled. And this is the self-awareness. Okay? Now you know that you need something to regulate in yourself. You have to learn more skills. You have to go read maybe some books. You have to exchange experience with others to know, to mentor this skill. Okay, so consciously you are unskilled, but you know now you have to work on yourself. And then consciously skilled because you went and get help in this. So consciously you are skilled. Now unconsciously skilled because you are automatically doing this. I will give you an example, just using maybe the laptop here. The first time you had to open it and go through a Zoom meeting. You had to search for every key there. Now, when you turn on your laptop and you want to go through the Zoom meeting, you just click here and you open your camera and your microphone. So unconsciously you can do these things because you are used to now. Okay, so we review this again. Unconsciously unskilled because it's something new and you don't know what skills you need. And then you consciously know what skills, but you are not good enough in it. You work on it and you learn, so you are consciously skilled now. And then because it's like automatic, you are unconsciously skilled. You know everything in this task. So you have to see people, how they adapt to this. Some of them will quit in the first row, unconsciously unskilled, and they want to quit. They don't want to go out of their comfort zone and learn some new skills. You have some who knows that they need help, but they don't ask about it. So you will have to spot these people and help them. Maybe I will say, okay, Huma, you don't know how to use the laptop? Okay, there's a course. So for you, you have to not attend your work for this week. You go to the center and you will learn how to use this laptop. Okay, so you will send them because you know that they are they are unskilled, but they want to learn. So you send them to learn. Okay, so you as a leader have to know where is your team here in this path and find the solution to resolve this problem. Because as leaders, we need what? Come on. As leaders, you need what? As leaders, you need followers. Okay, we need team. If you are alone, you won't succeed. So you will bring people with you. Okay, Yati now is the general secretary or secretary general, whatever. Okay, so she can't work by her own. She needs her team. If the team resist change because they are not skilled enough, it's her responsibility to bring them with her, to let them know and to learn and to have more skills. Because after all, it's the beneficial task for everyone. Okay, the goal is achieving the success for everyone. It's not only about Yati, it's about everyone. Okay, so as leaders, you need teams, you need followers. So it's your responsibility to bring these people with you. Yes, Huma.
I think one point should be added. They are forcefully skilled.
What?
Forcefully skilled. As we
Forcefully.
are, yeah, as we are directed by the organization to do that course. It is mandatory for your promotion, or it is mandatory for your. So that is also included that we have to do that forcefully. Even if we are not interested in this, but we have to do this for our betterment, for our promotion.
Yeah, but some people will quit even if you force them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's for you to accept and to adapt. Okay, so you will be unconsciously skilled after you follow the advice of your organization that you need this and this and that to fulfill your task. Sorry. Okay, so the problem here, I always say, and I always start my level 1 coaching course. The difficulty is not developing new ideas, but escaping the old ones. I always have coaches that they had many thoughts and ideas about coaching, which was wrong, and they don't want to escape these ideas. They don't want to change it. Okay, they like to do, maybe we have coaches here. So Joanne will help me. Before warm up and stretching before the main session of the training, it was static. Okay, stretching was static 20 years ago. So if you don't update yourself as a coach, you still teach your athletes that they have to do the static stretching. So when I have to deliver level 1 coaching course, one of the topics is how you stretch before this training session. And now it's definitely dynamic stretching. So people in the course, they will resist the idea of this change, and they are stuck with their previous ideas that stretching should be static, and they start counting 1, 2 till 30, and who will do it more is better. So escaping the old ideas is more difficult than developing new ideas. This is why I tell them, come to me as a plain white paper, and I will draw in your mind what to follow. Because if the paper here is fully black, a lot of writing, okay, it's difficult to change what's written here. So difficult to change idea than drawing in new ideas. You have to know this as leaders. It's not easy to wave people from one place to another, from one idea to another, because they are stuck there. They believe there. It's like changing your religion. Can you easily change someone's religion from one place to another? Regarding if you are Muslim and you want to be Christian, if you want to be Buddhist, whatever, okay, it's difficult because it's stuck here in your mind and it's difficult to change it. While if you bring a newborn and you raise him in a way of a religion, it's easy. You see? So you have to be so smart. You have to use all you have as skills and emotional intelligence and personal brand. You have to know how to manipulate people in a good way, but okay, don't lie on them, but you have to be smart enough to control them. Okay, how you control them? Using emotional intelligence. Simple as that. Okay, so if you want to lead the change, you have to be smart to convince people to come with you. Give them the task they can fulfill. If they need something, you let them learn. You teach them, you send them to have maybe courses, whatever. Okay, so don't leave them behind. Bring them with you and see what they need. Simple. Okay. Are you prepared to destabilize what you have to achieve what you desire? It's regarding anything. Your comfort zone. Are you ready to leave your comfort zone and work hard to achieve what you want? Or you say, no, it's not like this. I want to be the way I am. I will stay in my place. I go to work, I get my salary, I go back home. Okay, I don't have to worry about everyone, about everything. So nothing? Okay, it's good. Maybe it's good. You are satisfied, but don't dream about being something and you want to stay in your comfort zone. So you have to let go your free time, your comfort zone, to get what you are aiming for, to get the role you want. Another life example, not related to sports. I say when a woman is bitten by her husband, okay? The husband bit the wife. She is afraid of losing maybe the house. Maybe she's afraid of losing her car because it's written by his name. Okay, she let go everything because she doesn't want to and live like this. She doesn't want to take the divorce, okay, to have divorce and win her life, because she doesn't want to quit her comfort zone and house and car and maybe money. She accept having being bitten, okay, then having what she may have better than her life. Is it clear?
You want to say that she don't want to live luxuries of life.
Maybe luxury of life to win what? Her real life. Okay, so she's afraid of losing something, but she's losing really her life. So sometimes you have to let go what is not beneficial and it's ruining your life or your ambition, okay, and work hard to achieve what you want to have later on. Okay, so let's see. I will have to move this one.
Just wanted to share something super quick.
Yes, Joanne.
There's something that someone told me before that always made sense, that you always have to break down first before you get to your breakthrough. So the harder the breakdown, the better the breakthrough. That's the most ironic thing, but it's true.
Right, Joanne, and thank you for these words. You explained what I wanted to say. Thank you, Joanne. My mentor in English, Joanne. Thank you. So, there are risks and consequences associated with action because every time you take action, you may succeed or you may fail. So there is consequences for every action you do. But being smart is taking the action. No matter what, you learn, okay, or you learn. You succeed, or you learn from your mistakes and you redo it again. But if you stay with no action, that means you are planning for your death. Death in not in all meanings, but when you are left behind, you are dead because you're not active anymore. So you have to take action. They are not as great as the risks and consequences of long-term non-action. So no matter what the sequences of failure could be, it will be less effective than having nothing and doing nothing to change. Okay? I think Huma wanted, Yati,
Yeah.
you wanted to say something?
No, I'm just thinking about what happened. That's
Okay. You're reflecting on your own life.
on my own situation. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, activity number 2. Why they were so good for the sports. Your experience of change. In Zoom groups, share some of the positive experiences you have had in athletics, why they were so good for the sports. What changes did not work and how could this be realistically changed and turned into a positive? I want to send you in groups. I want to hear live scenario. Okay. Who wants to share with us something, okay, positive you experienced and you in athletics that was changed and what wasn't working? Okay, yeah, so you had some change in the world of athletics in your countries or organization, whatever. If you're not working in the federation, in your school, in your work, whatever, and what wasn't working. If it was done in another way, maybe it would work, but the way it wasn't working. Who has any example, any scenario to share? Yes, Joanne.
Okay, I'll go. I was talking to Jennifer earlier about an essay I wrote similar to this topic. So the essay title was like Breaking Free from the Shackles of the Has Been. But anyway, I think one thing that has been changing, but not completely yet, but I think more coaches are actually adapting it. I think it's the concept of having an open communication with your athlete. Because way back, it was like the coach's way or the highway. kind of that attitude. It's like it's either you follow me or get out of the team. That kind of a mindset, which I think has changed a lot recently, because I think as I wrote also, that a lot of the young kids right now, they're not like a blindly following kind of person anymore. They like understanding what they're doing. So I think that's one thing that most coaches are being more adaptive in terms of how they coach now, is that they have a conversation with the athlete, like, this is why we're doing this is why, I know it's a hard workout, but this is why it's going to help you benefit in the long term, things like that. And the thing is, that kind of understanding that the athletes get is actually going to change everything. You're not going to have to force them to do a hard workout. Once they know what they have to do and they understand it, it's going to get easier. So I think that kind of a conversation, because more coaches are now more open to that thing, less, not really arrogant, but I think less prideful or less egotistical, in a sense that, why are you questioning me? Because a lot of coaches back then, not like personally, but I've heard a lot of stories that there are coaches that, why are you questioning why I'm doing this and that, why I'm giving you this particular workout? But normally the kids aren't questioning your knowledge of the sport. It's just they're just asking just because they're really curious why they have to do certain things. And if it makes sense to them, it's easier. So that's one thing that I'm happy has been changing, but it's not completely changed just yet. But I think gradually more people, especially the younger coaches, are adapting that kind of a mindset of conversation and a relationship with athletes.
Joanne, my question now. Do you think, or who do you think lead to this change?
Who in particular? Oh, that's a good question. I think it's because it's a new generation. For example, for ex-athletes like me, or like the other coaches who are coaching now, that are in the same generation as I am. I think since a lot of us, or most of us, experienced that thing that we didn't quite like maybe in the past, that kind of a mindset. So we're actively saying that, okay, when I become a coach one day, I'm gonna do something different. And I think that's like how we change in general, based from our
Okay.
personal experiences in the past, and then gradually you're gonna pass on something new to the new generation, and then they're gonna improve something from that again later on. So that kind of a
Okay,
trickle down.
Joanne, let me explain it more. Did you get your level 1 coaching course certificate? You are okay. So in this course, you will have to learn how to communicate with your athlete too, because World Athletics so that this is the problem, or they spot the problem, and they planned for the change. How? Because they put it in the level 1 coaching course. So everyone who wants to get their certificate, okay, they will learn how to do the communication with your athletes. You see? So World Athletics were leaders in this. They started with kids athletics, explaining how the new generation, the generation 1, is thinking, and how they like to be approached, okay, and how they should be convinced to do. And then in level 1, in coaching level 1, they know now that how the relation should be between coach and athletes. Excellent example, Joanne. Thank you for sharing. Excellent. So another scenario.
Can I share?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yati.
Yeah.
Yes, Yati.
I just want to share a change that we brought in, but does not work. This is the scenario, okay? Before that, I would like to share with you a little bit about myself. I'm nobody inside the sports world since 2021. All along, I'm a corporate people. I'm a certified accountant. I have my own firm. 2021, I throw myself in sports in Malaysia. Okay. So I'm like your paper just now, white paper. no drawing, nothing. So when I do things, I like to do things with wisdom. I like to do things for reason, justification, why, and it has to be ethical and morally right. This is very important principle that I have. So when I become the general manager in year 2021 of the Federation, I felt that the national squad team, they have coaches, all are local coaches, and they are all from the teachers who are very good producing athlete until youth level. When it comes to world level, elite athlete, we flopped. The only surviving elite athlete of Malaysia are two athletes which is based at Australia. US.
Okay.
At Urban. Okay. So I felt that the first thing that we have to address is to train the coaches to become elite. Okay. So there was a couple proposal, and because I'm the only lady who were working. I mean, the first general manager, Josephine was elected vice president, who always supported me, and I got my EB board. Some three of them, the majority, who can, as long as I can control the EB board decision, then it's easier. So I convinced three people only, because not everybody are accepting me because I'm a woman. Okay. Then
So you had your network.
yeah, I had my network before the class.
Okay.
then we got few CV, and then we were looking into one high performance technical director from Australia, somehow or other with strategic manipulation, like you said just now.
Yes.
Strategically, we brought in the technical director from Australia to Malaysia in July
Aman,
2020.
just let me know. Aman?
A man.
Okay. You were wearing a short skirt or what?
No.
Okay.
No, we went through a couple of candidates, but he came on board.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
And
just kidding.
convincing the government to pay, because the salary is quite handsome. And we got some grant, everything, and convincing the board, and we brought him in the squad year 2023, July. Okay.
Okay.
July. Then what happened? There's a crisis of communication. There is a crisis of culture. There is a crisis of adaptation of this TD, that he was unable to perform his duty. So it was very, very rough situation the last 7 months. Very, very rough, until the TD has to go for medical support, like under depression, anxiety, things like that, because he was not able to do his work, and he felt that he was sincere and he really want to try, but the situation is not matured enough. And last 2 weeks, last week I've given him the letter saying that we are not extending his contract of 2 years. This month is the end. The fact here is, on my professional means an independent third party. I'm not a professional. Independent third party view. We need this change, and it is necessary. But the lag thing that I've already I done is the introduction and inboarding the TD was not synchronized, and the system was not matured enough to accept, and we to certain extent we have to delegate the authority to the TD, because otherwise how is going to do the work. So that part, it was not planned properly. That was the failure.
Excellent example, Yati. Excellent example. So you see, we need to change. We need to do this change, but the way we did it wasn't good enough. This is what lead us to maybe a kind of failure. They failed to achieve what they want because the strategy wasn't planned well. Okay, the goal is highly recommended to achieve, but the process wasn't good. So Yati, what are your next step regarding this issue? You will do what?
The first thing is, in the next 2 weeks, we will have a meeting. So I'm going to introduce a new system, which is inboarding for all the council, the members. They know their scope, their duty, the structure of the federation, and slowly implement that and plan it well until the coaching and development committee.
Okay, great.
This will take some time.
Great. So from Yati example, sometimes you don't have to change the goal. It's not the problem there. You have to change the plan. Okay? Because as we said before, when there's a will, a goal, there's a way. If this way that did not succeed, you change the plan. You do it another way. So when there's a will, there's a way or a southern way. You don't change the goal if this goal is realistic, and we will see what realistic mean. Okay, so thank you for sharing, Yati. Anyone else who wants to share? Homa.
Should I?
Yes, Homa.
As many said, that change is always challenging, but I'm not here to describe the personality change. I will explain my experience, as I'm not directly involved in athletics. So I will share my job experience, as I was working as a social welfare officer, and we have almost 15 orphans and 12 vulnerable women with us. And government is supporting under the umbrella of social welfare department, and I was working as a social welfare officer over there. So the challenge was that the house owner, the building we had on rent, and he just gave us 1 week to vacate that building. So it was very much difficult as a leader to search for a new building and to shift all the orphans and vulnerable ladies over there within a week, because we don't have much funds, we don't have much manpower, and we don't have much what you say that much support from the government to shift at once from one place to another. So it was very much difficult, as all the ladies who are vulnerable, they also have some kids with them, and we have orphans, 15 to 14 15 orphans we have, and that are under the umbrella of social welfare. So it was very much difficult time for me and for my team, the teachers we have to cope up with that problem. So it was very much difficult time. I even if in this situation, I remember that time how I handle. So what I do, I personally went to the owner. I requested him, but he was such a stubborn person that he never listened to anybody, because he got a handsome amount from any other handsome amount offer from any other person, from any other organization, because he has a very huge building with him. But he never listened to us because government was not paying much to him. So in a week, we vacant 2 houses. We got 2 houses from our friends, as we have some social circle over there. We went to the NGOs and we asked them for the support. So in a week, we sheltered all the vulnerable ladies and orphans to 2 houses, and we stay over there for a month, and then we got a new building, and then we shifted all the setup from these 2 houses to that new building. So it was very much difficult for us to manage, and that month and that 2 weeks were very difficult for the organization. So it is always challenging to not about I think that change is always challenging, but it is not about a single person. In this scenario, even leadership, even team, and even the persons who are depending on us, all are what should I say, all are affected. So how we cope with it is the basic thing, that we never give up, and we worked hard for it, and we finally we settled them all. And here I say that if end is well, then all is well, but I can't forget the struggle I have done in this situation.
And as leaders, Huma, you are responsible of these people.
Yeah,
It's
I was
like
the
being
social
a
welfare
mother.
officer, so I have to manage all these.
Yes, it's
Uh,
like
it
being
is,
a mother. You are
yeah,
responsible of your kids.
exactly.
Okay, you
All
raise
the
them,
kids,
you teach them, you skills them, you do everything.
exactly.
So when you are
And
a leader,
it was in a
you
one
lead.
building that we will give them education, and we will give the skills to the ladies, and we will make them empowered. uh, we will not remain them vulnerable. We will give them skills, and we want that they stay on their foot and they work for themselves, and uh, they be the very good part for the community. They
Yes.
don't think that they are only vulnerable here, and they are depending on the government. They are eating the funds from them. We make them skilled. We make them to stay in front of all the people who make them vulnerable. But we faced the other challenge of their residence, and it was a very big challenge, as we have ladies with us, and the situation over there was not comfortable much.
So you find, sorry, you find the way after all,
Yeah,
which is
finally
great.
we find the way, but the 2 weeks were very much critical for us.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Huma. Okay, so let's look at this race and wait. Okay, so every winning formula has a sell-by date. No matter what you are offering now, one day it will have an expiry date. Even I once wrote, even my dreams has or have an expiry date. Everything has an expiry date. So what you are thinking about today will be nothing in the future because you had to move on even. So if you look at this figure, okay, this photo, even you know Usain Bolt, the iconic person, okay, who everybody speak about him. Now, do you hear anyone speaking about Usain Bolt? Nothing. Why? Because it's something that has a limitation. It has a formula that will find up nothing. Okay, we will talk about him, but it's not in our priority speeches. Okay, so everything has a sell by date. You have to change because what you are doing now will be nothing. So move on, work on it, work further, and achieve another goals. Always aim for what's next. So reverting on this, we have to think what are the good things we do that we must keep doing. Okay, things that we have to keep we have to keep doing it. And there's things that we do that we must stop doing. The wrong things we had to stop doing it. And what we do only occasionally that we should do consistently. And what things don't we do that we should start doing it? Okay, so 4 types. Things we do, we keep doing it. Things we do that we must stop doing it. Things we do occasionally, we should do it consistently. What things don't we do and we start doing it? Okay, I want everyone from you to write at least one for each question and share with us, not in groups, here together. And I want to hear from all of you. One answer for each question. In a field of sports, in your work, in athletics especially. Okay, who's ready to share? I see that some people are leaving, right?
I like to tell the first
Yes,
question.
Sherry.
The achieve and success we keep doing for as per the experience and practice and everything. So we keep doing. That's a good things.
Okay.
And other ones bad behavior. So we stop doing.
Okay. Examples do you have? Real things, I mean. If I say,
But as per
what are
as
the
per
good things?
the previous slide, so she is a good runner for the 100 meters. So she's
Okay.
practice and the experience and trainings are all good to so becomes achieve and success. So she
Okay.
still keep full 2 times or 3 times Olympic. And another one, some behaviors is very bad. So that's why she must be stop the things.
Okay. So what things do we do only occasionally that we should consistently do? I can imagine Joanne's answer for this. Okay. Cherry, do you have any regarding what things don't we do and we should start doing? Okay, I will make it easier for you. Just I will give you quick answers. Good things we should keep doing, maybe the level 1 course, coaching course. Okay, because we educate all the coaches and we know we are on the same page, all coaches around the world. What are the things we do that we must stop doing? Sending only men to attend this course. What things do we do occasionally that we should do consistently? Courses for women only, because it will motivate and will oblige federation to send women to educate them and to have more coaches on the level of gender. What things don't we do that we should start doing? What regarding this issue, what don't we do that we should start doing? Force the federations maybe to conduct gender leadership programs in their organization too. Okay, this is an example. So you have to tell me in your area things keep doing, stop doing, do consistently, and start doing. Go ahead. Who has an example?
Should I?
Yes, Homa, go ahead. And then Joanne.
The things I think that good things we must keep on doing is responsible and loyalty with the organization, whether it is a athletic organization or any other workplace. There shouldn't be any politics within the team.
Okay.
The second, what are the things we do that we must stop doing? Blaming others. I think this is one of the basic thing that you should look at yourself. What you are doing for the organization, what you are doing for yourself, what you are doing for others. Don't blame others that what they are not doing for you.
Okay.
And what things do we do only occasionally that we should do consistently? I guess these are meetups, hang-ups, meetings, and a very friendly environment. There should be a very we should have hang-ups, meetings to make a very friendly environment within the organization, and we should provide more opportunities to the team that they will mingle up, they will meet with each other, and they will share their own ideas.
Excellent.
And what
Yes.
things don't we do that we should start doing? I think the basic thing is accept the change. within the organization, within yourself. This is what we don't do usually, but we have to do this. This is from my side. Thank you.
Okay, Huma. Thank you for sharing. Joanna,
Okay.
go ahead, Joanne.
First one is, well, similar with yours. It's actually pushing forward coaches' education. So this is something we've been seeing it even the coaches, the athletes coming from the provinces are actually better equipped technical wise coming into collegiate. So that's a good thing. I think it's paying off that we educate the coaches more. Second is that things we do that we should stop doing is gatekeeping information and gatekeeping athletes as well. So I think there's a lot of notion, especially with coaches, that, oh, this is something that I know. I don't want to share it to other people because you might have better athletes than me in the future. So that kind of like gatekeeping doesn't really grow the sport. And then third is I think grassroots program. This is something we've been trying to push forward, more competitions, more exposure for the kids. The more they get to play, the more they're gonna improve. And then last thing is that this is something I've been looking for, but I don't have like I don't know if it's being done in other countries, but the community of coaches. So it's a way for you to share insights and information, and at the same time, I don't know, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but sometimes you want to talk to someone who would understand what you are currently thinking about and going through right now, because most of my friends are not in the sports industry. So if I tell them anything sports related, they're gonna be like, "Go, John! I'm cheering for you," and that's it. They don't understand throwing. They don't understand the sport. So it's nice to talk to someone who actually knows what's happening and
Yes,
give you
yes.
like more accurate advice.
Yeah, and this will be so beneficial for the sports you are in, because you are sharing your experience, your fears sometimes, because even that I'm a coach too. Every time I question myself, is it right to do it like this or should I do it like that? So it's easier for us to communicate together as coaches and exchange the experience. Maybe it will lead for better results for the at the national level. So yes, I go with you. Excellent sharing with us, Joanne. Good ideas you have. Another one? Another one, ladies. Waiting for you. Shahwar, Dur Shahwar, anything from your side? Do you want to share with us your ideas?
I think things should be learn new things and open to learn new things and be adaptable towards the new things or techniques or courses you want to see that this is the new thing that's coming to your way. And things we don't do or stop doing is that that attitude that you know everything, you should be acceptable or adaptable towards or open to new things to learn because every lock has a specific key. All locks are not open with the same key. So you should be open to new things.
Okay.
And yes, so
The third one?
only occasionally that we should do consistently. So I was thinking about it, what should be this point.
I was expecting from Joanne to say that we have to use media more, social media. Okay. So that's it from your side, Dur. Okay. Do you want to
already always open to learn new things.
Okay, great. Great, Dur. Okay, so I would like to hear from you, Mia.
Me?
Yes, please.
The first one is our federation have a norm doing the good things is solitary of the collaboration with the women entrepreneur associations and a lot of women get into our federations. Now they got executive level post that are good things, and the second is stop doing is stop doing. Sometimes some of the runner, sports or women's or men, some of the events, they are qualifying the records for the SEA Games or Olympics. They are qualifying or nearly qualifying the records, but it depends on the budget, or is our country is a developing country. That's why they choose only one person, or if the other people also qualify, they not get into their chance to the events like that. That's why that's I stopped doing for that one. And the other one, because occasionally, for the women leaderships meeting, or some of the women coach gathering meeting for the sharing knowledge meeting, we have to constantly do it for that one is best for us. I think so. And then the last one start doing is for young women and then the kids or teenagers. We have to share the knowledge for the start doing for sharing knowledge for the gender leaderships program, or awareness for that one is good for us.
Okay. Okay, Mia. Thank you for sharing. Okay, anyone else before we move forward? Do you have anything to add here? So it's your job, Jenny. Yeah, Jennifer, go ahead.
Okay. So for the first thing, so good things that we do that we must keep doing. As I said earlier, for me, I wrote down here, it's to keep attending webinars and keep learning. I have this in mind always. Whenever I go to seminars and webinars, I always told myself that I should be an empty cup, so that I will be filled with knowledge, with this wisdom, that will come from my speakers. And of course, this will be a great opportunity in progressing, and for us to be a better person, to be a better coach, to be a better teacher, to be a better human being. And things that we do that we must stop doing it. I'm not saying that but most people are doing this. Selfish in information, and being selfish in the knowledge that we should share with other people. Um, Other people think that if you will surpass their knowledge, we can become a threat to them, and we should stop doing it. And of course, being lazy about progress. So we should stop being lazy about the progress that awaits us. Next is the things that we do occasionally that we should do consistently. Right after attending webinars and meeting, and you have this all the information, other people tend to stock it in them, but they don't do it. They don't do cascading. They don't share it with other people. And the things that we don't that we should start doing, if you have in mind that the idea of starting new or change, you must go for it. Because for myself, I have this many idea, but um I'm keeping it myself, because as I told you, I don't have enough courage to do it. For example, I have this idea for so many years. I want to start a running community in our little town. But then I am afraid, because in our town, basketball and volleyball are known, but athletics is the least that they know. But I already have someone who's pushing me to have the grassroots program and the running community in our town. And eventually, right after this webinar, I have the courage to do it.
Thank you, Jennifer. I just wanted to say, don't anymore say, I don't have the courage. You can tell me that I didn't have the courage. From now
I
on,
will have the
as you said,
courage.
you have the courage. Thank you.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so let's see what's next. Why do change initiatives fail? This is an important slide, and we have to think and revert on this. Why do you think that change initiatives fail? You decide to do the change, but the plan failed. Why do you think can happen?
Fail to plan
You failed to plan?
and make the plan fail.
Okay, when you don't plan, you are planning to fail.
Yes.
Excellent. Good. What else? You have a plan. What could be the obstacle that leads to failure?
The basic one is no research, not even go with all levels of your organization, and no brainstorming.
Okay, so no brainstorming. That means you are not including people around you?
All the people around you.
Okay, and you don't have the right data
Yeah.
in your plan. Okay, what else?
Can I share?
What, Jennifer?
I will share. Okay.
Yes.
We have here in the Philippines the word Ningas Kugon. Ningas Kugon is something that it is easy to burn. When it is burned, it creates a big fire. But right after a little second, it goes out. So
Okay.
how do I apply this? Something that you are passionate at first, but then you lack of the commitment to continue like that. So
Excellent,
it's just
Jennifer.
shut down like that.
Yes. Yes, sometimes at the early beginning, you are motivated and you want to do everything. After a time, you feel yourself not interested anymore. So the plan will not continue. You have to find the motivation to keep on going. Okay, excellent, Jennifer. Thank you. Okay, what else? Go ahead, ladies. What could be? Joanne.
I think it's also a thing about timing, that certain changes need the right timing to implement, because there are some changes that are probably too early or maybe too late in the game. It's not relevant anymore. So the timing of the change is very important for people to adapt to it.
Yes, and we have a live example that Yati shared with us previously when she spoke about the technical TD director, I think. So the organization wasn't prepared enough to bring this person. We know that we need him, but it wasn't the right timing for it. Okay, great. Thank you, Joanne. What else?
I think lack of communication.
Lack of
Lack of-
communication.
Yeah.
Example, if you have.
While launching the new ideas, they will not tell that whole team, and they will not get the ideas from them, and they think that we are the only part. What we will decide will go with all the team. So this is also called the poor leadership.
Yes, I will give you just a scenario. If I come to your place and I say, Huma, you come with me to visit, to go. We have to go. And it's 10 p.m. and it's dark outside. Nobody's in the road. Nobody's there. And I tell you to come sit in the car with me. And we went. I drive maybe for 30 minutes, no speaking to you. Okay, I'm just focusing on the steering wheel. In 30 minutes, you will be suspicious. And you will start asking yourself, where are we going? After a while, when 1 hour has gone, you will be not only suspicious, you will start being afraid. It's dark, 2 women alone in the middle of nowhere. no traffic lights, no homes, lighted homes. You don't know where we are going, at what time we end up, and we go back home. You are thinking about whom you left at home. Are they okay? Did they take their lunch, their dinner? Did they sleep? You don't know anything. You will be there, and after 1 hour and 3 minutes, you will feel like you want to open the door and go and run away from the car. Okay, just save me and take me back home. I don't want to continue in this journey. Okay, so because the vision wasn't there, you didn't know for how many hours we are going to drive. You don't know where we are going. You don't know the goal. If I told you we have to visit my grandma, we have to drive for 2 hours, and we will be there and we will come back at the same night. So you know where we're going, what time we need, at what time we go back, and who will be there. But if I give you no idea about where, when, and how many times, who's gonna be with us, what's our goal, you will be so afraid. So as you said before, you ladies said, it's a combination of everything. As leaders, it's for you to make it clear for everyone else, where are we going, what we are gonna face during our journey, what is the threats that we have, what are the strength points that we have, what is the obstacles, what are the obstacles, the barriers of our success, and you have to do the evaluation all over the time. Okay, you put the time and you say, after this we will have this evaluation to regulate. If I see that this path will take me 3 hours instead of 2 hours, I have to change it and take the shortcut maybe, because I know it's safer, and it will save me time too. So having a clear vision, okay, in all aspects, will make the failure less potential. Okay, so you will have the potential to succeed if you have a clear vision. Some of the points here you already mentioned. Why do change initiatives fail? Lack of commitment and desire. Like Jennifer said, sometimes you're not motivated anymore. Pace of a change, like the example of Yeti and what Joanne said, there is a pace for it. Okay, you don't change directly. You have to go step by step. Lack of momentum, need for quick wins. When you're asking for quick wins, you may fail. Because you are not only changing something material, you are changing people, you are changing mindsets. So it takes time. Not dealing with resistance. You don't have to neglect the people resisting. As I said before, you have to bring them with you. You have to find why they are resisting. A lack of knowledge, lack of skills, lack of whatever. You have to use emotional intelligence, know why they are resisting, and find the solution for the resist by changing them, by changing their mindsets, I mean, not changing the person itself. Okay, change their mindsets, their beliefs in their self. Don't forget their Mercedes models. You still remember the brain and the informations. Okay, the reactions, the resistance they are showing, their reactions are built on their filters. You have to go through their filters, change what's deep inside to have different behavior. Okay, so we'll move on. Doing too much at once. You can't handle everything. You have to know the persons you have, the team you have, and give everyone the tasks that can be a successful task for them, because nobody wants to fail. Okay, so when you give these people the task relevant to their skills and knowledge, they will succeed. So when they succeed, the whole team will succeed. So it's easier for you to reach the goal with a successful team. Okay, we move forward to lack of urgency. It means that some points are more urgent than others. So you have to put the time frame for everything, but sometimes you have to skip or to bring something forward and deal with it because it's more urgent. Lack of a clear vision, as I give you the example, having a clear vision, that means you lead people in a clear way. They know what are the tasks, where are we going, and when we will finish this. Underestimating emotional impact. As we said before, when we have the group, emotions are so important. Show empathy with people. Use your emotional intelligence, because happy people will have an easier success, but sad people won't excel. So you have to take care about the emotional impact. Be generous in emotional impact. Know how to deal with people. Show them empathy. Show them that you care about them. Not only you are caring about the goals, you are caring about the people who will lead you to reach your goal. Poor communication, as we mentioned before. It's all related to personal brand and emotional intelligence. You communicate. It's easy to bring people when you communicate with them. And you still remember the example when I told you that the boss come into his office without saying, how was your day? How was your family? How is everything? So communication will lead to a good atmosphere, a good environment that will lead for success. So these points among your alongside with your feedback is making the idea of change more clear. So you will be able to use it, and you will be asked to use it during preparing and leading for change. So the problem is not that we fail, it's that we don't risk failing enough. Being afraid of failing is limiting our aim to change. So take risks. Sometimes you have to take the risks to achieve what is maybe there. If you don't take the action and you are afraid of failing, you won't do anything. Try. Find the way, or the other way, or the other way. But take action. To achieve your goals, you must first overcome the fear of failure. It's learning or succeeding. There's no failure. For me, you don't fail. You learn from your mistakes to build a new plan to succeed. So you try. If you don't succeed, you learn. So it's a win or a lesson. Okay? Setting out. Let me see. Okay, sorry. Activity number 4. What are the key characteristics of an effective performance goal or challenge? This is an important slide for me, and I would like you to consider it as a starting point for the presentation at the end of the webinar. Okay, it's easy to do sometimes, but it's not beneficial. Okay, so I want you to start thinking about effective goals, real goals, something beneficial, not any goal. So, and to make this goal effective, it has some characteristics. So we will discuss your idea about effective goals. What do you think that the characteristics of making a goal effective? Think and share. Any idea? Anyone ready to share? How you should choose the goals? How to make it effective, beneficial? Okay, Joanne.
Okay, so this is, well, I think everybody knows this already, the SMART way of like constructing goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. But I think aside from that, it's very important if you want a goal that a lot of people are gonna buy into. I think it's very important for it to be very easy to understand. Like people would get the gist of it. It's not like a very complicated thing that they have to like read up a lot of things just to know what it is. And it's something that people could rally about. So I guess it's a general consensus or something that a lot of people can relate to. And then people are gonna jump to the cause. I think that's the easiest way or like the most effective way to get people to join you in the goal you're setting.
Yes. So inclusive, maybe. Okay. So as Joanne started her feedback, choosing a SMART goal. Do you all know what SMART goal is? What SMART, S-M-A-R-T? Okay, Maliana, do you have any idea about what SMART goal is? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. So please repair
You
your...
can hear me?
Okay, yes, now. Yes.
Now you can hear me.
Yes,
Okay.
now.
Maybe Joanne and I doesn't have a same perception about SMART goal, but I think in my opinion, SMART goal is the way you can escape from problems, any problems, so you can take your goals like that.
Hide yourself from problems. Move away from problems.
No, move away. Just find a way, not move away. Find a way. Just face the problem and face the reality and find the way how to solve the problem.
Okay. We go
Sometimes
with you
when we
for
think
sure.
about that, it cannot, I don't have any idea, but sometimes when we face the problem, this is the idea, and then just come out like that.
Okay, so in other words, choose the battles you want to fight in. Choose your battles.
And
But here, we are talking about the goals. When you want to set a goal, you want to do something, okay? This something, what are the characteristics of this goal? I want to fly, but is it real realistic that I can fly? No. But if I want to go to Monaco, that means I have to take a flight, okay, to go in the airplane and fly to Monaco. So the goal is there, but one is realistic, one is bullshit. It's nothing. You can't fly. I can't fly. Even if I move my hands. Okay?
Maybe can I give an example from my organization in my province?
Yes.
Okay.
You can.
There's so many corruption in here. So I want to fix all that. And I need a brave. I must take care of the organization, from the rule, from the vision, from the mission, all of them. I must change everything.
Oh,
Okay.
So
wow.
Excellent.
That's it.
Okay. Maliana, excellent example. So
yeah,
the goal here should be realistic. This is
Yeah.
what Juan just spoke about. Being smart is being realistic.
yeah.
So you can't change everything. So you have to set a real change or a real goal that I want to change this part only, okay, in 1 year. Okay, so we will go, I will explain the SMART. SMART, it starts with an S, right? The first letter is S. S, specific. You choose, you point one goal. I don't want to change the whole situation, the whole corruption you have there. Okay, I will choose one thing. Okay, everybody should come at time. This is one of the goals. Okay, specific. S. M. Measurable. That means I can see if I achieved it or no. Measurable. A. Smart. S. M. A. What A is?
Achievable.
Achievable. That means you can do it. You can achieve it. It's not like a flying, okay? I can't fly, so it's not achievable. It's not a good goal. After the A, we have the R, realistic. Realistic and relevant to the situation, okay? Because if it's not relevant, nobody will be interested. It's not beneficial for your organization. Nobody will follow. Nobody will accept this goal. The T, time. Relate the goal with the time, the plan with the time. I'm going to build a building, okay? And I want to sell it. So I will tell the people who comes to pay that in 2 years, you will get your apartment, okay? So the goal is having apartment, time is in 2 years. If I say, okay, you give me your money, and one day, if God will, okay, you will have your apartment. Nobody will buy the products here. It's the same as your project. Your project is a product. So you have to do the marketing well. Mia for sure will understand what I'm saying because she wants to sell the designs that she have. If she will say that the summer collection will be ready in the middle of the summer, nobody will buy from her because the shops wants the products in the early or the early spring maybe because they want to bring it, iron it, put the labels, the bills, whatever. Okay, a lot of things. So you have to put the goals and set it with time. Okay, this is a SMART goal. Okay, so we'll go back to Joanne. Joanne, you did a mistake. Assuming that everyone knows what SMART is. You find it now? Okay. So, no, I'm not just saying this just to say about SMART. As leaders, I will give you what I mean. As leaders, don't assume that people knows. They don't know. It's your job to make them know. It's your job to understand and to be sure that everyone knows. Like if we were here in a meeting and you said, oh, okay, everybody knows about smart. Okay, the meeting is ended. Everybody went and they don't know what smart is. So they will not do their tasks because they didn't understand. We're not on the same page. So as an example, never assume that people knows everything. It's your task to let them know. You have to be sure that your ideas, your words, the communication you're using is understandable. Okay? This is a live example. Okay? So I know why Joanne said this, because you are all in the same field and you know what smart is. But I show you that it's not the same. We are not the same at all. Okay? So choosing a smart goal, a smart project. So at the end of this webinar, I'm expecting to have smart project. Okay? When you have to deliver the presentation at the end of the webinar, you will be working on a project. Each three of you will take one project. So try to make it a smart project to enhance the leadership and the equity between genders. Okay? So it could be as how we say it, as it's a simple one, a simple goal, okay, but smart. It doesn't have to be from NASA, okay, because it's not achievable. I want achievable goals, achievable projects. Okay? Okay. That's my advice for you. Okay. So, framework of change, setting effective performance goals, which really engage people, because it's a teamwork, so we have to engage people. And it's not about the team, it's about convincing the people that will give you the okay after all. If it's not engageable, so nobody will accept. Developing an effective strategy to maximize impact on these goals. Okay, the strategy is so important to have the good impact. Leading change and overcoming resistance. Leading, that means you are responsible. You will be the one who take care of every step in guidance, and you will be the one who will be blamed for the failure. So it's your responsibility in all cases. Leading implementation, it's for you to plan and to give everyone what tasks they have to do. And it's for you to do the evaluation, the regulation, and to assure a good environment. Okay? So, what do we need to focus on to maximize the success of our performance goal or challenge? So, as leaders, we have to focus on something during the process. It starts from the preparation, setting the goal, dealing with the journey, and achieving. So to maximize the success, okay, what should we consider and take care of? What do you think, ladies? Think and feedback. Share. Yati, brainstorming. Go ahead.
Maximize the success. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Please, ma'am, go ahead.
What, Homa?
The basic point to maximize the success is the knowledge about the target audience.
Okay, when you set the goal, know
Yeah.
who you are targeting. Okay,
Yes.
yes, okay. So, to maximize the success, choose the right goal for the right people. You don't go to the grocery person and you sell him iPhone. Okay? So, know who's you're targeting and what goal or plan you're gonna offer. What else?
Communicate well.
Communicate well. Communicate, that means, explain, Yati.
What are the things that you want to bring, and you
Okay.
should communicate that well with the target audience that we targeting, and it has
Okay.
to be progressively, so that there is a adaptation.
Okay. And what is important in communication? It's not only giving, it's about
We need a strategic plans.
okay, but you have to not only offer what you have to
Receive.
No, listen what they respond, and
the
what-
response. That means you have to listen.
listen to the
Okay?
response. Okay.
Yes, listen. Listen because you will find what they are thinking, what they are
Yeah.
their filters when they speak.
Whether they can adapt with that or not, of if
Excellent.
otherwise we can just make some changes.
Excellent. When you want to convince, you have to go through the filters. You still remember the filters. So how you will see the filters, how you will know the filters when they speak. So you have to listen. You don't only inform, or you have to question. Okay? So what else? Go ahead.
Oh, for me, I think it's also important to plan for contingencies or like a plan B. Like, for example, your initial plan, if it doesn't work out, what's the next step? What's the next step until you get to the kind of like a final iteration?
Okay, Joanne. In other words, evaluation and regulation. If I plan to do A, B, C, and I find that B and C are not working, so the evaluation was negative, I have to change it and I make it A, D, F, G. You can imagine what I'm saying. Okay, so evaluate and regulate. Don't be stubborn. I decided to do it like this, so I will keep doing like this. No, if it doesn't work, we should change. Okay? Okay, another idea. How to focus, what to focus on to maintain success, to assure our success. Yati.
I think that we should also explore the sustainability, the change that we bring. It should be in place with or without us once it is implemented. Otherwise, the change only stick with us and will
Excellent.
sustain.
Excellent. Yes, excellent, Yati. That's a way to convince people that you're not working and your aim is yourself, your success. It's the success of the organization. That means even if I'm not here, okay, the success will remain there. Okay, excellent, Yati. Okay, what else? Go ahead, ladies. Okay, so I will share with you some of the points. It's not only what's written here, each situation will bring other ideas too. Leading implementation, base your implementation on insight and best practices. Why? Because you should be a role model and you have to choose the right ways. As Maliana said, sometimes you don't have to what, how we say, how to face every problem. Okay, but when you face the problem, don't forget the values, the ethics, okay, and find the right solution that makes you a good person, not a bad person. Like, if you find during the implementation of the goal that the budget is not enough to continue, you have to find a way to assure the money that you need. It doesn't mean that you have to bring it in a black way. Okay? So, review often to maintain focus, evaluate, to do the regulation, build momentum and facilitate learning, bring people with you. Knowledge, skilled people will lead to success. Be sure to coach peers in moving forward with you and your ideas. We are all here, but we know that each one has different potential in different parts. Maybe I have the knowledge, but I'm not a good speaker in English, while Joanne is excellent in English, but she doesn't know how to use the media. Okay, Mia, she's less than Joanne in English, but she knows how to use the media. So you see, I should work with each one and on myself too. I'm not excluding myself. So I have to start with myself and know what's the plus, what's the minus in each one, and coach you as team. Okay, so I can send Mia. Okay, you need maybe in 1 year we will have a conference, and we are inviting all the ambassadors. So Mia, from now till one year, you have to take the English course, okay? Because you will be the one presenting the conference, okay? So I know what's lacking here, okay? And I have to coach her. And during coaching, you have to show yourself as a role model. You don't say, I know everything, so go prepare yourself and get to know everything. No, you start with yourself first. Okay? Coaching will involve reviewing each other on the implementation area of a change or performance goal. That means we have to be open, not for criticism, it's for feedback, positive feedback. When I say that, Huma, you need to I don't know, just an example. Huma, you need to be more elegant. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm criticizing your appearance. No, it means that we are reviewing to excel more. Okay, I can spot this point, but how I approach that with Huma, using emotional intelligence, saying to Huma, you look gorgeous, but you know, if you put a white hijab, it will be more compatible with your appearance. Okay, you see, using emotional intelligence, you can give feedback positively to people, reviewing each other to implement the change, to find the way to implement it and to reach our goal. So this is one of the slides that should be highlighted in your life too. Communicating change. Okay, we are talking about the change, but how you approach people when? This is important. So we have, I will add one to this slide. We have what, which is the goal, right? What we want to change. This is our goal. What? Who will lead? Who will be approached to accept? Your boss, your president, your Olympic committee. Who? You? Someone who will present? You will bring someone from the media to promote. I don't know. So you have to focus on what, who, why. Show people why you're doing this. Why is it beneficial? How, the plan, the process, and when. Because it's gonna be realistic and with time frame. So you have to choose the right person, the right project, the right timing, the right way to implement. Like if you want to, Jennifer, if she wants to attend this webinar, okay, and she went for the responsible at the school, and he is tired at the end of the day, and he just finished a call with his wife while he had a fight with her. And Jennifer, as a woman, representing all the women at this moment, in addition to his wife who had a fight with her, and she come and ask him that I want to not attend to, the 3 consecutive days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday school. Okay, so do you think he will accept? He's tired. He had a fight with his woman, with his wife, and his girlfriend is cheating on him too. So is it the right time for Jennifer to go to this man and ask him for a sick leave or a work leave, whatever? Answer. Is it a successful asking now
No.
that I want to leave for 3 consecutive days when the person is angry and tired? For sure, no. You don't have this problem in your life to choose the right time to ask. If your kids come, you're tired, okay? You're so tired. You just came from work. You can't stand on your legs. And they ask you to take them out, okay? To have maybe a walk, to go play in the playground, to visit sightsee, whatever. Is it the right time for them to ask you for go out? No. So you have to choose. Ladies, I'm talking to myself. Ladies, are you with me on the same page?
Yes.
Okay, great. So you have to choose the right time to present, okay? When people are ready to listen and to process and understand, not when they are tired or angry or facing problem, okay? If the organization you have, okay, is having a big crisis, I don't know what, okay? And you go and ask them for a budget for your project, they won't accept. So you have to go to the right people with the right idea, with the right plan, and with the timing of this, and in the good time, okay, to let them accept what you are offering for them. So now, Darwin was right. Darwin said success is about the fittest and fastest to adapt. To adapt what? To adapt the change. Because if we resist the change all the time and the time pass, you will be stuck in the past. The future is for the person who will adapt fast. So be the one who creates the change and lead the change and make others adapt with you. Simple. Right? Cherry. If my mother accepted that she has to adapt and learn how to use a PC or a laptop, she would be smart, but she resisted this and she maintained using the paper and the pen. So when the pandemic the COVID pandemic a cure, okay, she was stuck in where she is, and she couldn't teach. So if she couldn't teach, she didn't get her salary. She didn't get her salary. She couldn't afford her expenses. So you see, the fastest to adapt are the smartest people. So be smart. Choose to be smart. Lead and adapt to change. Okay? Any feedback from your side, ladies? Sleepy ladies. You lost your energy, I think, right? When you see thank you, that means the end of the slides. Okay, the smile came back. Okay, your feedback regarding this topic today. You want to stay in your comfort zone, ladies? Or you're willing to move on? Any feedback? Yes, Joanne.
I just have a question because, as you said, we all know change is important and change is something inevitable that we're always gonna have to change something in the future, right? But then there's also changes that are being implemented that, to be honest, don't make sense, and you don't know why it's being changed, I guess, so to speak, right? So maybe the question is like, how do you respectfully and nicely, with a lot of emotional intelligence, tell people that, in a blunt way of saying it, I'll just be blunt since it's the group, right? But in a blunt way of saying it, that I think this change doesn't make sense and it's kind of stupid, but I can't tell you that to your face. Is there a nice way of saying it? Because there
Okay.
are some policies that are being done that you don't understand.
It depends on what change is, and if you know why is it there, and is it just as a testing or it's a lifetime change. So let's say, let's give you an example. You know, now that no referees, no technical officials has to see the board while taking off in long jump and triple jump. Okay, you know that there's no referees anymore, because it's like laser. Okay, so this is a change. Now we have to adapt this change, because it's not for you to accept or to refuse. By time, we will see the positivity or negativity of this change. And believe in me that this change will lead to another change. So what you have to be, you have to adapt. Okay, sometimes you have to accept if you don't have the what do we call it, the privilege of making it happen or no, because you are forced to do it. Okay, you can highlight using a good communication, using emotional intelligence, that you have some doubts. Okay, but you don't have to move against the will after all. And this is my advice. I go with, but I highlight that I have doubts here. By time, we will find this change was positive or negative. Okay, sometimes you know what's right, but you had to do the wrong things. Okay, as much as you can maintain your values, okay, you can go, even that you don't believe in this, but don't lose your values. This is the main thing. Don't sacrifice your values in order to go with. Okay, so when it comes to work, to change in work, accept and adapt till you prove that is not the right thing. Okay, other than that, don't sacrifice your values, because it's a big black point that will stay with you whenever you go. But your opinion, if you speak up about it in a proper way, you will register this till you find, or everybody evaluate the situation, if it was a good change or a bad change. Okay? Okay.
Thank you.
Homa. Welcome, Joanne. Homa. Homa. Homa, we're waiting for you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you
Yeah.
raised your hand. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, yes. I want to share that there is a big generation gap between the adaptation.
Between?
As you gave the example of your mother, generation gap
Okay.
in adaptation. As you gave the example of your mother, I'll give the example of my father and mother, as they like to read newspaper up till now. They don't want to check the social media news channels online, as they have the smartphone. And my younger sister, so it took us almost 2 years to make them clear that social media is also the same on the news are the same on the social media as on the newspaper. So till couple of years back, they don't want to use a smartphone, but we gradually take them towards them, and now they are very much comfortable, and they all the time they use their mobile. They don't be bored, and they are very comfortable with the smartphones. Same like I will give the example of, I will quote the example of my younger sister, as she is doctor, and she used to tell me that the seniors, most doctors, they don't want to adopt the new technologies in the medical field, as we read new technologies, but if we tell them that we know about these technologies, they thought, they take it as the insult that we are senior most and we know more about this. So there is a big generation gap between even adapting the challenge, adapting the new technologies.
I will answer your interpretation.
Yeah, that's from my side. Thank you.
If I ask you how old your father and mother are, how old are they? How old?
My mother is 60 years old and father is almost 69, 70.
Okay. So let's take 65 as an average. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that all the generation of 65 years who are 65 have the same problem, or the resistance of change that your parents have?
I don't know much about the other, but if I look into my family, the
Okay.
same age group have the same problem.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I was just trying to guide you that if you turn on the TV and you see the politicians, the singers, even you have singers of 65 years, okay, who knows everything about social media. So they were more acceptable of this change, and they adapted. So they were the smartest to adapt and the fastest to adapt. This is what lead us to say that it's not about generation, it's about changing yourself. It has to be. So if we take ourselves to, okay, if I say, if the first time the ripped jeans were in the markets, okay, maybe I was the first in my area who wear ripped jeans. For sure, I was criticized all the time because they say, what are you wearing? Are you crazy? But in 1 year, everyone around me was wearing the ripped jeans. You see, it's the same. It's about to change, to lead the change. If your father and mother wanted to change, it will be easier for them now to move with the flow. You can see that big companies were led by people of 65 years now. So for sure, they know how to use the mobiles, the internet, the laptops, and maybe things way in advance. So it's about the decision you take.
Yeah, it's
That
also about the,
acceptance of change. Yes, Huma.
it is also the matter of interest, I guess.
Of
Interest, matter of
interest.
interest.
This
Yeah.
is the second point I want to highlight on.
Yes.
Don't forget that you have to understand their fears, the filters, because they think they are not skilled enough to monitor this device. Okay, they are not trying even because this is something weird. Okay, like if I say monster for them because they don't know how to use it and they are afraid of failing. Okay, this is why they refuse the change. As we mentioned before, people resist the change because they are unconsciously unskilled, because they
Yes.
don't have the skills to monitor this device. They are not accepting using it to read the news. You see,
Before,
now we match what's in the slides with the real life.
yes.
You have to think about this in your organizations too. Are they skilled enough to understand and to accept the change you want to do? This is the difference.
Before they don't use mobile, they always taunt us what you are doing all the time in your mobiles, what you people are doing but when they start doing the mobile, they are always busy. Even the intrapersonal communication is almost vanished from us. So
Yes.
this is also the, and I want to quote here an example of an a celebrity that once she was wearing a very beautiful earrings and she lost the one. And next day she look at her surroundings and all are wearing the one earring. And they thought that this is the fashion icon. So they all try to wear only one earring.
Yes,
So
yes,
this
we
is
know
also,
how social
yeah.
media is influencing on our lives, for sure, for sure. So, any feedback from you, our lovely participants, regarding the topic for today? Any questions? Okay, I think you're tired a little bit, even that we are on time. So, from my side, I wish you understood well the topic. And what's important for me is how you will choose your goals, your project at the end of this webinar. And I would like to have projects that is realistic and go furthermore later on to hear that you did it. Okay, you did it in your countries too. Okay, in your organizations, whatever. So make it simple, realistic, achievable projects. Okay? Yati, a lot of work, eh?
all are quiet, all are quiet, like just waiting, like, okay, thank you, bye-bye.
Yalla, okay.
Everyone is just like quiet.
Start in front of us. Yalla, go
Yalla,
ahead, have a good time.
I just want to share something. It's my personal opinion, okay?
I don't have time.
No, okay.
I have to
Yalla.
leave.
Okay.
I'm
Yalla.
kidding. I'm kidding, Yati. Go ahead.
Nah, what I want to tell is, I think it's a blessing that I got to join this program, because I'm having a very rough time. But I think for you, for Sister Siti, for Iburia, is a recurring program that you have to do under whatever requirement. But for me, you have no idea how much your words have helped me during this tough time, because it's not easy. I mean, like, it's just exactly at the right time. I'm at the right place, listening to some solution and finding a big change. Because now, not reacting, staying calm is not easy. Nothing is personal. it's not easy. And then, like the other day, I present to you the papers. Remember the what five ladies that I put
Role models.
a role model. Yesterday, four of them already on board in the organization, and I use the same paper that I prepare for you.
Excellent. But
So,
I'm so sad. I'm
Why?
angry with you, Yati.
Why?
It's not just a job for me. No,
No,
you're wrong.
no,
You're
no.
wrong. And you can see this in my eyes
Yeah.
because it's not about commitment only. It's about passion. It's a passion for me to lead the change with you, ladies.
Yeah,
Because I know every word I say, it may lead to another change. So from one to another, it's a pipeline.
Yes, I can feel that personally from your the way you express, the way you say it, the way Sister Siti say it, and I can feel it from the way Ibu Ria also organizing. I can feel that there is a passion, and I can feel that you enjoy doing it, especially yesterday, the broadcast. It was like I never thought. And it's not easy to sit at one place for like 4 hours. And you guys really made me to sit at one place and even not going to the toilet. And honestly, I tell you, because even you saw me, I will change my sitting place because I can't sit at one place,
See, we lead the change, and you were the fastest to adapt. You're so smart one.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you for your feedback, Yati. I'm enjoying this webinar, especially with you ladies, because you are something, I swear, I find you really skilled and knowledgeable. I'm enjoying every moment, every question, every feedback you are giving back to me. And as I said in the first beginning, it's a two-way webinar. I'm not just informing you, I'm learning from you too. Your experiences as valuable as my experiences are. So really, I'm enjoying it. I hope you too. So from my side, I would like to give you all one kiss, and I would like to see you tomorrow, energetic again, with the topic. What was for tomorrow? Let me check. Okay, so you can have this as a mentoring webinar. Okay, mentoring for success. Okay, how mentor-mentee is the relation between them. Okay, how do you use it, and you act it, okay, with your team. So from my side, enjoy your time, have a good afternoon or a good evening, and I have to go cook to my family too now, the other Soha. Okay, so hope to see you all safe tomorrow. Okay, and Nahed, be well. Okay, take care about yourself. Love you.
Okay. So
Okay.
see you again tomorrow with the same Zoom ID. Thank you. Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Soha.
Welcome, Nahed.
Thank
Welcome.
you, Soha ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, my
Get well,
Thank you all.
Nahid.
Thank you.